So let me guess, you've been thinking of starting your own business for a while now, and you might have even had the idea to exit your business in the future so that you could set yourself up for financial freedom. But here's the problem. How do you even begin? In this video, I'm going to give you my blueprint for building a business from scratch. How to find your business idea, how to validate it, and how to sell it. I've used the same framework multiple times, and it's how I was able to build and sell my last business for over $1 million. So let's jump into it. Step one. Before I tell you what step one is, I want to ask you a very simple question. What is a business? Why do businesses exist? The answer is simpler than you thought. The reason a business exists is because it solves a problem. That is it. So if you want to have a business, the first step is to have a problem that you will solve. So how do you choose a problem? When I started my last business, I was in a relationship that was called the anxious avoidant relationship. One person in the relationship was anxious, which means they needed a lot of reassurance and closeness, and that person was me. And the other person is avoidant, which means they need a lot of distance and space. Now, the relationship obviously didn't work out, but I felt the pain of anxious attachment, and I knew that this was something a lot of people around the world were experiencing. And one day in the shower, I realized that I can turn this into a business. And that's what I did. So if you want to choose a problem, choose something you know very well. The easiest way to do this, if you want to do what I did, is to choose a problem that you have experienced yourself. You will know this problem more than anybody. You will know the thoughts of the people who are experiencing them. You will know what they feel. Now, if you're not like me and you don't have any problems, then one thing you can also do is to pick a problem that you are very passionate about. Like for some reason, you just have a lot of interest in this problem. An example of that is Blake Mycoskie. He was traveling through Argentina and he saw that a lot of children did not have shoes. And so he created a shoe brand to help children, to help those in need. So either pick a problem that you've experienced yourself or a problem that for some reason you just have a lot of interest in. Now, not all problems are created equal. Some problems are better business problems than others. These are the 4 criteria that I look at when I choose a problem that I want to start a business with. Number 1, is it a mass market problem? Meaning, does this problem affect a lot of people around the world or in a very big market? Meaning, can I sell the solution to a lot of people? Number 2, is this problem painful? Does this problem keep people up at night? Does it make them really struggle? Number 3, is this market rich? Meaning, are they rich enough? If I create a solution to this problem, will they be able to afford paying for it? If not them, will there be someone else to pay for it? Meaning, can I actually sell this? And number 4, is this problem solvable? Can I solve this problem? There are a lot of problems around the world that are really, really bad and cause a lot of suffering, but they're just not solvable with the technology and knowledge we have right now. So can I solve this problem? So choose a problem that meets those 4 criteria and you're setting yourself up for success. Now, step number 2, you have to actually solve the problem. So you've chosen a problem, now you need to solve it so that you have something that you can sell and you can create a business around. Because you can have the best problem in the world, but if you don't solve it, you don't have anything. The first thing you need to do is you need to fall in love with the problem. This is something that you need to start thinking about all the time. You get out of bed, this is on your mind. You go to sleep, this is on your mind. The second step in solving the problem is you gotta gather information. When I was building my last business and also my current business, I recall going on really long walks around Amsterdam where I live. I would go on walks for 1 to 2 hours and I would listen to audiobooks on the topic that I was trying to solve. So when I was trying to solve anxious attachment, I listened to over 10, 20 books on attachment, on relationships, on happiness, on anxiety, on everything I can get my hands on. Books are like a cheat code because a person's life's work is put into a book of 200-300 pages, and you can acquire all of the knowledge and perhaps even skills that they have acquired in their life by just reading the book. It's like downloading knowledge into your head. So use books. And if you're a bit nerdy, like me maybe, use research articles, use interviews, try to talk to the people who wrote these books or the people who are experts in your field. Third step in solving the problem is put together a framework. I love frameworks because they make everything very simple. A framework is a formula for solving the problem. It's a very simple statement or maybe a simple blueprint that you can apply in different ways. The beauty of having a framework as a solution to a problem is that you can spread it and you can communicate it through different channels. You can create an interview, you can create a webinar, you can create a book, you can create a video, you can create a short video on Instagram, or you can create a physical product. All you have to do is apply the framework to a certain medium or a certain model, and you have a solution that is presented in a certain way. And so you can present your solution in different ways. So put together a framework, make it as simple and concise as you can, and then expand it. The fourth step in solving the problem is get people to help you. Let me ask you a rhetorical question. How many hands do you have? Your answer is probably 2. 2 hands is your limit. That's how much you can use. That's how much you can work with. If you want to grow, if you want to expand, if you want to get more done, you need more hands. You need more brains. And so you need more people in your business. If you haven't hired someone already, get over the mental barrier and do it. You need more people to solve the problem. There's 3 reasons why you typically should hire someone. Either because you need expertise that you currently don't have, or because you need to delegate things that you are already doing and so you want to free up your time by giving tasks to someone else, or you want to generate energy in your business. You need someone or something to keep you accountable, to get things moving. So get people to help you. Final step in creating a solution is make it good. The way you make a solution good is by making it less time consuming, low effort, low risk, and very effective. I remember one time I was out with my friend and we were really craving some juice. So I look at all the juice places and the nearest one that was open was 30 minutes away. I look at the weather and it's gonna rain in a little bit. And that store that sells juice was not even highly rated. So yeah, you can forget about the juice. So if you want to make a solution good, make it less time consuming, low effort, low risk, and effective. As effective as you can make it. Now, the third step in building a business, so we talked about choosing a problem, we talked about solving the problem. Now the third step is communicating the problem and the solution to your customer. Because what good is having a solution to a problem if your customer is not even aware of it? Or even worse, they are aware of it, but they don't believe it works. Perception is key. Your customer has to believe that your solution works, that it is what they need to solve their problem, that it is not so time consuming, that it is low effort, low risk, and that it is actually effective. So here are my 7 rules of convincing. It's not about using words, it's not about telling people that your product works, it's actually about using mental heuristics, meaning mental shortcuts that make people believe what you say. And before I get into what they are, I want to say one thing real quick. If you are ethically confused about whether you should use these things or not, don't be. Because I will tell you one thing that has helped me overcome this mental barrier, this limiting belief. There's someone out there who's suffering from a problem that you might have the solution for. This person is suffering, they might even be losing sleep, their life is worse because of it. And you hold the key to solving that problem. You hold the answer. Which means you have a responsibility to communicate this solution to them and to influence them to make a decision so that they have your solution so that they can make their life better. If you don't do that, you are stealing from them the opportunity to improve their life, to solve their problem. So influencing people to promote healthy behavior or to promote healthy decisions is a good thing. Once you've made that mental shift, now you can use these principles. The first one is authority. People have to see you as an authority on this specific problem. You can establish your authority through different ways. One way is to talk about your credentials, to talk about what you've done, how you learned or earned your expertise. You can do that through stories, you can do that through talking about your certifications or your team's experience. But another lesser known way of establishing your authority is explaining to people their thoughts to them. One time I went to a doctor because I had some really bad lower back pain. So I go to the doctor and I'm not really sure if he's a good doctor or not. I've never been to his office before. As soon as I sit down, the doctor starts asking me questions. And as I answer the questions, he starts telling me how I'm feeling. He starts telling me all the symptoms that I'm having. And I start hearing all these things. I'm like, this person really knows what I'm going through. It must mean that he has seen people who've also had the same symptoms, and so he must be an expert on this. So by explaining to people their thoughts and their feelings to them, their behaviors, their actions, their symptoms, you establish yourself as an authority in their eyes. The second principle of convincing is relationship. You have to establish some kind of relationship with your customer. The way you do that is through stories. You notice how I'm always telling stories across all this video? It's because when you hear these stories, you relate a little bit better to me. You see me more as a human being and not just someone talking behind a screen. So establish a relationship with your customers. Tell them stories, connect with them, create a community, do whatever you can to build that relationship, because that relationship is what will make or break your business. The third rule of convincing is proof. You have to give people proof, some kind of proof that your solution works. If you're offering a physical solution such as a weight loss product, then your proof could be something as simple as a before and after. But if you're trying to solve something more abstract, like a psychological problem, for example, then you got to be a little bit more creative. You could do something like a clinical study, or you could do something like a test or some measurement. Be creative with it, but the more proof you can get, the better. The fourth rule of influence is social proof. Social proof is basically people talking about your product or your solution. It's basically word of mouth. What do people say about what you're offering? I was trying to buy a new tablet for my dad the other day, and I was looking at Amazon and I was looking at all these different websites, and I can tell you I spent more time reading the reviews of every single tablet than I was reading the specifications or the pictures or the title or whatever. Reviews, feedback, testimonials are what could flip someone from being confused about your product to being sure that this is what they need. The fifth principle is scarcity. I combine scarcity and urgency, but scarcity is essentially that your product is going to go away soon, either because of a time constraint or because there's a limited number or quantity of whatever you're offering. So always use scarcity in your offer. Don't lie about it. Be honest. Create actual scarcity. You can make your product exclusive. You can create special offers for limited periods of time, but don't miss out on not using scarcity in your offer. The sixth principle is guarantee. Always offer a guarantee for your customers. If this product doesn't work for you, if this solution does not give you the results you need, we offer you a refund. I was buying a mattress for myself the other day and I was kind of confused, like, does this actually work? Does it not work? Now again, I'm probably never gonna return this mattress. I'm just gonna sleep on it. But when they said that they have a 10-year guarantee, my first thoughts, my immediate thoughts were that they must believe so much in it that they're giving a refund option for 10 years, which makes me believe in it too. Now, you might think that if you have a refund guarantee for your product, it's going to make a lot of people ask for a refund and then you're actually going to lose money. What usually happens is because of the guarantee, more people will buy your product, and that number is a lot higher than the people who will ask for a refund. So you're actually getting a pretty good deal. The last principle of convincing is involvement. A study showed that some people liked IKEA furniture more than other types of furniture because they actually build it themselves, because they're involved in its creation. And so the sooner you can involve people in your product or offer or solution, the better. I typically have quiz funnels on my landing page because it allows people to take a quiz and then put in their own answers and kind of get involved in knowing if this is the right product for them. So if you can get people involved in your product early on, then it's a really good step in convincing them that this is the right solution for them. I'm gonna conclude this video with one motto that I've had in my head throughout all of the businesses that I've built. When building a business, what you wanna do is you wanna build the best product and best solution that you can, and then get it to reach as many people as you can, right? So best product, best solution, and then get it to the most people that you possibly can get it to. Your role as an entrepreneur is solving problems, and society rewards you for that. It's not about coming up with big ideas. It's about making the world a better place. It's about making a positive impact. So I'm gonna leave you with that. If this video helped you or inspired you, then please subscribe to this channel. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how you can set your business up for a successful exit.